Are we ready for some really exciting Hien dialogue?
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
Except.
It seems the time has come to put my skills to use. Pray, lead the way to the house of the crooked coin.
Oh, right, that's what we were doing.
Okay, bye, I guess. Okay, bye.
Wow, came all the way over here just for that.
That was a long transition. Oh, there we go.
You might want to hop on, Andrew.
Yeah.
Or else.
It's going to be a long walk otherwise.
Let
wait,
him
hold on.
walk.
I see.
Yeah, these are all ledges too, so you have to go all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to go all the way around.
Wow.
This place
is
doesn't scream
ugly.
dungeon much.
What the fuck? Why are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
talk
thought you
like
said
that?
a tiny piece of something was left behind.
Yeah.
Anyone else getting Zelda vibes from that?
Such an abundance
Nah.
of ether.
Very much so.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an elegant artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Aziz's La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
It is a wasteland.
Oh, that's the burn on the other side of the mountain.
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
Well, at least we now have an official pronunciation for it. Mol Ilo.
The surrounding area does not have ether because it sucks it all up.
Yep.
I drink your milkshake.
It is the terrifying artifact known as the spell sink, and we shall all die when it inevitably cracks and explodes.
It
I
spells.
guess
It
that
does the
is
spell
accurate.
suck.
Like, we are drinking the Garlean's milkshake by making a wasteland in exchange for taking their Aether.
Yeah, but at least we didn't follow
If this is the step and that's the burn, then that must be the coals.
I don't like it. Please don't.
Who is this?
You.
I think that was me. Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
it was.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
You found that which you seek, then? Great. Indeed is the Dusk Mother's power. If not less than sufficient... If not less will suffice to protect our lands, the blessing of the other tribes must now be sought. Ah,
Of course.
Click.
But to which tribe should we appeal?
there are many who worship Namar, but none are so fervent in their faith as the Dothal. Their consent shall be the key. Wow, I'm just tripping over my tongue today.
The Dothar. Lee spoke of them, a warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and belief. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won.
Nay, but it will be worth the effort. The Dothral fear nothing, death least of all, and our alliance would be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let us go to Dothral Ka and treat them with their Khatan Sadu. I'll say.
One of those was a name, I think.
4 out of 10.
Khatun seems to be title for like chieftain or something in.
Yeah,
Sadu?
Very
His
Final
name?
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh my
Bahamut,
god, this
let's
guy has
go.
a pumpkin on his head.
I'm assuming it's something similar to like a Khan.
Yeah. Or a Raj or something like that.
Yeah.
Isn't he just a sultan?
That's Wilda.
Other. Oh. That's weird. Oh, Catan. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Catan is that's just a leader.
Down. Oh god, it's all the way on the other side of the map.
I was gonna say, yeah. Good thing you have
Away
flying.
I should have just
we
teleported to Doro Elo
go.
and then flew
I
from
have
there.
flying the Asm steps.
Probably not.
Travel. Aether currents. Where's that at? That's the.
It's under. Yeah, no, you're right. Travel Aether currents.
there
It's
you go.
number 2 or 3.
Asm. Yeah, Asm step. It's 2. I am missing all
of
but
them.
1.
Oh, hey,
So
be glad.
that's Oh wait,
you're
I
doing
have
it now and
sorry,
not
I have
before.
I also am missing 2 greens.
Those ones you have to find. The yellow ones are either done through MSQ or side quests.
Yeah. So I'm missing
yeah,
2
you're-
greens. So I
you're
need to
lucky
find
you're
2 greens.
Only need 9, is it now?
Wow.
Because before they updated in Endwalker.
It's like someone made a photo negative of me.
Oh god, you're right.
Oh yeah, who is Sadu? I don't know.
I.
You
I don't think
again.
anyone.
Other matters demand our time, Kagan. Unless it is the battle you seek. Alas, not. Quite the opposite, in fact.
Exposition.
Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power? Of course they do. They are the source of Nama's strength. To the Dothral, no place is more sacred, and we will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this as not your wish. You see the wisdom of our proposition, then? You will join hands with us? I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nama's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return.
Namely, teeth.
Namely, battle with you, Kagan. The Nadam ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Dothral as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms? Well, this is not wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Catan has made her choice. Or Cotton, I don't know. Cotton?
Shall we dance?
Let's.
I have a
That
gun.
was actually a dancer.
It shall be a battle the steppe shall not soon forget.
Because
Already
it's
my
the
soul.
Academy.
Already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, Khan, and await me outside Ka. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon. That is awful, by the way.
What is it?
Catan and Khan, or Ka. Catan and Ka. Like,
Sounds like you got a cough.
I would get those confused so often.
You can hardly Catan your annoyance.
See? It's already becoming confusing. Is he wrong?
I don't know anymore. It's those kind of words where if you say them often enough, they just lose all meaning.
It's, I think both Korean and Chinese do this, where they have like you can say a word but a different way. So like there's like
And
3 ways to
Japanese.
say a word. That is like the most. No, I think Japan's doesn't do tonal. I think
Yes, they
Korean
do.
and Chinese have tonal languages.
Oh,
no,
no,
Japan
they
doesn't
do.
do tonal.
Yes, they do.
Level 70, let's go.
Oh yeah, I guess they do have a slight tonal language. You're right.
There is one where it's just like the difference between a single letter being a short or long vowel can change the meaning entirely.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you are right. Oh, we gotta get it. Gotta do it alone.
Ah, damn it. It's
As I
dangerous to
walk
go
through
alone.
the valley.
Don't they know anything?
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Hahn.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dothal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
I'm gonna blow you up now.
What if gone?
So I want to point out, I really don't like the fact that apparently there's no K. The K is silent. It's Han.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I don't.
Also, they don't pronounce the G either.
Last time we were here, we
Double
quickly
H, double
realized.
A, N. Yeah.
Last time we were here, we quickly learned that every word that we tried to pronounce was wrong anyway.
I don't understand why there isn't a
I'm
visual
obliterating
designation
her.
for when a letter is silent. We don't have like a way to just say like, hey, this is a fake letter by the
She
way.
have a phase 2?
It doesn't
She
exist.
sucks. Okay, she has a phase 2.
Yeah, I did wonder about that.
I'm like, I'm winning so quickly.
Yeah, I would not have been happy if there was not a phase 2.
You're the person who switches to easy mode half the time.
That's because I've done this
Oh,
already.
that's a lot of circles.
Yeah, it was a lot
Have you
of
tried dodging them?
I couldn't find anywhere that wasn't a circle.
Right behind her.
Oh. Wow.
In death do our souls sing!
Oh my gosh.
Am I supposed to attack these or something?
She's gonna phase 3?
Whoop.
I was kind of expecting a phase 3, honestly.
Yes, fake health bars.
She has a
Yeah,
phase
what
4.
is the point?
She has a 4th phase. Are you serious? Come on, get her.
How the fuck? How fast are you killing her?
It's on easy mode.
Why are you
just
on
said
easy
this.
mode?
Because I've done this already.
Why are you opting out of the only gameplay you get during these sessions?
That is a good question,
Fuck
actually.
that. I don't have
Because I've done plenty of other
dodge
things
map
today.
anywhere.
That is true as well.
All it means is you have to wait afterwards.
That's fine. I'm waiting.
He can craft while he waits.
I mean, he could, but he doesn't.
You should. You should always be crafting. It's free money you're leaving on the table.
Switching specs has really fucked us before.
Yeah, but we're not in a group.
In death do our souls sing!
Getting the shot of these guys. It's taking too long.
Why you're summoning all these walls with faces on them? Why are there so many walls with faces on them these days? She has far fewer scary circles in this phase. They're much easier to avoid.
Oh, they just come back to life? Okay. How about not? Thanks, though.
Oh, really?
Oh, wait. Why can't I heal myself? There we go.
Oh, there's a lot more. Oh no, the plat attack!
Yep.
I'm so sick of your platitudes.
Oh, I'm tired of these walls. Could you guys get out of here?
5?
How
You had the realization like a moment before I did that this was happening. What? Wait, what does that mean? The whole screen's red. Oh, that's probably not good. Oh, it's a time limit. Gotta defeat them before the meteor impact meter fills. Meteor meter. There we go.
Nice. I'm glad you got it.
I'm like, what the fuck? How do you... I can't say this.
I was worried.
I was worried.
Oh my god, how many fucking walls do you need? Get out of here. Fucking ridiculous, dude. You building a house? Chill out.
Yes! Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so! Come! We have only just begun.
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, moonstruck Oronir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever. Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oronir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Insolent child. You will learn your place!
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this. But if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Oh, is it time for another fight?
Hey, what?
Did you fail?
No.
After the cutscene, there's more fighting.
Yeah.
Oh,
probably.
I am. Oh.
Yes.
I'm Ishtola. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what these buttons do.
Me either. Oh well.
Hope it works out.
Time to die.
I'm just gonna keep beating him with rocks. That seems like a good plan.
Wow.
He knows what he did.
Wow.
It's a very basic tactic, but it's sound.
So you say.
God, he takes so little damage. This is boring.
Ah, more of this.
Okay.
Oh, one has a cast time, the other one doesn't, so you can like alternate between them pretty cleanly. Maybe not. Wait, wait, the whole level's AoEs. What do I do? Oh, I can attack them.
Oh God. This lady's crazy. Ow.
Oh, it's target Hean. There we go. I'll heal Hean. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Oop, that's gonna hurt. Oh, rude.
Can you freaking target Ian, please? Thank you. Target everything but him.
It's a struggle sometimes.
Yeah, especially when it goes duty failed because you clicked about 5 times and it targeted everything but him.
Oh God, he's dying.
Yes, exactly.
Did this happen?
I don't need it. I don't easy. I need it to actually click target.
He was getting his entire ass beat. I thought I just healed him.
Yeah, so did I.
I was getting his whole ass beat again. Oh shit! I have to do this whole fight myself.
Oh, you're shitting me.
I'm getting healer practice. I'm just as constantly under attack as I am in Overwatch.
Yeah, that checks out.
Can I suggest you don't fail that part because it sets you right back to phase 1 of fighting her.
Is it really?
I really appreciate.
If you lose against Hien, it starts over the entire quest.
Yes.
Oh my fucking God! All right, pay attention to your pay attention to your abilities later, Andrew.
I am.
Make sure you find the heal button and target and heal Hien.
I'm not playing myself.
No, you're gonna play as Y'shtola.
Oh.
So don't fuck that up, or you start the entire thing over again.
I'm excited. Super totes. Excuse me, sir. I'm going to request that you... No. Why?
Bow down before me.
How does he keep dying? Ian's so bad at keeping health.
He is spoiled prince after all. King? Spoiled king.
Ow.
Wait, who's playing my character right now?
Wait, why can't I hurt his thing? Oh, I lost the ability to attack his thingies, I guess? What's the rule of this that's happening right now? I don't understand the logic of the fight right now. These fights would be a lot more cinematic with voice acting.
Probably.
Instead of them expecting you to like read.
You thinking like Dynasty Warrior style, where you're like, "How dare you!"
Another officer has fallen to my spear. No, I just mean like all the callouts that explain what the fuck I'm supposed to think is happening would be helpful if they were spoken aloud, because I'm playing the game and looking at like cast bars and shit. I don't have time to read the green chat in the corner.
Oh, okay. I know what these moves are. All right. Wait, she's a white mage?
Apparently.
I think she's a white mage and a black mage, going by the power level discussion we had last week.
The whole sorcerer thing. probably.
Get dunked on, cat girl victory. Now none of us are in sync with each other.
Sorry.
Yeah. That was a thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind waiting, like I said, so, whatever. Content, right?
Sure.
Stuff I hopefully remember to edit out later.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat.
Did you come or something? What the fuck?
'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Nama's power is yours to wield. What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oronir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
Y'shtola, why?
Are you my Nama?
I beg your pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love.
Oh no, he's falling in love.
Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Little?
Oh! Y'shtola's a heartbreaker.
Little son! Little son! Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
Oh, you're about to get hit by some toxic masculinity.
We have wasted enough time here. Siren awaits for word of our success.
I survived.
I don't know
my
why the
God.
game told me not to do this. I just decided to kill the other guy first that Hien was fighting, and the game kept telling me, you should focus yours, you should focus yours. And it's like, but this is so much easier. Now I don't have to heal Hien anymore.
I mean, he's still perfectly willing to die against the guy with the axe, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that instance was called the burn, but I'm pretty sure what Y'shtola just said was the real burn.
Wait, is Y'shtola already have it? Somebody? Is Y'shtola
No.
single?
Yeah, she's single.
Okay, let's do some research here, boys. Stola?
About.
It's gonna be a difficult search. Well, you could just be spoiling future things, so you probably shouldn't say what you find.
Yeah, and I should just look.
If you look
the
up
three
any
sizes
wiki
and their
thing
age or
about
something.
anything in a story, it's always the current state of affairs in the current narrative, not wherever we are. That's why. That's why you can never look up questions you have about like Game of Thrones when you're in the middle of watching it. Because you're like, huh, what's this character's relationship with that character? And it's like, that character's dead. I'm like, didn't know that. Rude.
So apparently, in case you didn't know, she claims to be 23 years old, but we do not have an official date. So no one has verified if this person is actually just an immortal witch or not, which is scary.
Never ask a woman her age, apparently.
Oh, wait.
Or how many kid lives she's taken.
Apparently Y'shtola in 1.0 had white face.
What?
I don't even know how you would. This is not a skin color. Like, you can't be this skin color unless you're like injecting bleach into your body. Like, there's no way. I don't even understand how you could. What's happening? Like, there's a bunch of regular Y'shtolas around her, and then a scary Y'shtola.
What?
What does that mean?
Or something?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's weird.
It's very weird.
I mean, I would have
like
said
that.
It was the lighting engine, but then looking at everyone around her, it's like, no, that's not the lighting engine.
Oh, that is bizarre.
I'm not seeing anything that would explain why her skin darkened, which is concerning.
She got out into the sun and stopped living in her mother's basement.
Oh yeah, she like became an adventurer, and she's like, "This is a tan of proof that I no longer sit inside all day."
Yeah. Right, you done, Effie?
Yes.
Yes, we all here?
Yep.
Oh, when she got brought back to life. Oh no, that's Final Fantasy.
Quite sure Andrew's on the
Sword.
same.
Okay.
No, you're right. She got brought back from the life stream.
Yeah, but that's a different time. She already looks like she does when we played Realm Reborn.
Right.
I was thinking that maybe she died, and when she was resurrected, she had dark skin, but it was not that case. I mean, I guess technically it was, because Realm Reborn is like, Realm Reborn, so maybe.
Getting right down to the science
2.0
of
came out.
things.
The cataclysm happened. Nobody remembers 1.0. Ta-da!
Yeah, but it still got a 10.
Yeah,
The
she survived it,
consequences.
but
I mean, she probably just stood too close to the blast, I guess? I don't know.
I guess so.
there you go.
She singed.
Okay, go ahead, Purple.
Cool. You had not only to contend with Sardu, but Magnai as well. Such a fierce battle that must have been. Yet here you stand, triumphant. Having passed such a test, they could not well deny you their allegiance. The Moll will make sure no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we will defend it with all our being.
All my dialogue was different.
Really?
Yes.
That's
Cool.
How was it
That's
different?
Is this another I didn't do the flying quests thing?
I don't
Maybe.
know. It was kind of like I think the whole first part was different, but that's okay. You have my heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes of the steppe, there is none I would rather have at my side.
God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I shall send you word when we have answers from all of the tribes.
Okay, that time was normal. So. I cannot thank you enough, Serena. None of this would have been possible without you.
Oh, I know, I'm just amazing. And humble too.
Y'shtola, what are you doing back there?
Staring.
So the answer to your amazing mystery, Andrew, is that you're just wrong about everything. That's just not Y'shtola.
That's Y'shtola.
It says Y'shtola's talking in that cutscene, but it doesn't say that the person in the middle of the picture is Y'shtola. That's probably the player character.
Oh, right.
I found another screenshot of Y'shtola in 1.0, and she looks like she does in this game. You just looked at a screenshot of an unrelated protagonist character who's talking to Y'shtola, who's probably got her back to the camera in that frame.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
There you go. Mystery solved. Y'shtola did not magically become darker in 2.0.
Okay, well that's good to know. I was really worried we were gonna have to cancel Y'shtola.
Let's form a party.
Glad to hear it. Oh, we do need to form a party. Hold on, I need to decline
Effie.
that. Where's the party?
Effie is
Everybody
Afka.
Form a party.
I am not Afka.
I'll invite everybody, I guess.
Cannot do that while watching a cutscene. God damn.
You fool.
I am a fool. I am the foolish of fools.
Oh, we're gonna get an angry face. We have the requisite consent. 'Tis time to put Nama's power to use. If the Aether flow is as planned, all that remains is to have the Ironworks engineers do their work at the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of the Crooked Coin. Who would self-identify as the Crooked Coin House?
It sounds like a den of thieves.
Isn't that just a bank?
I mean, it could also be a bank.
I'm in a chair, bye.
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 Okay. Let's go ahead and summon my two-seater. So that poor Andrew can actually make it up to the place in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
How would you get up here without flying?
You should unlock flying so that you have it for like
It's
1
like-
week before it's relevant again.
It's like
You
I'm
lose
thinking
it.
about it. I think
the heck over on
Just
the
for
other
funsies.
side.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
way
thinking about it.
over.
I might do that after we're done tonight. I may just go and get all the flying.
Once we're done, I can
Pretty easy.
quickly taxi around and get you all the
It's
Aether
fairly easy.
currents.
The main thing is you have to do a dungeon at some point. There's always at least one instance that's tied to the flight quests.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I don't know if that's true anymore.
It's true this time,
there's
'cause you have to
a
do the
huge
coral
amount
one.
Of bonus, right, but all the quests that were in before are still here. So there might actually be more ways to get the optional ones than just doing the ones that have the
I
dungeon.
don't remember more than.
I don't understand what you're trying to say, but the screen says do these quests, and then you go do those quests, and one of the quests is a dungeon. And last time in Heaven's Ward, it was also there was one that was a dungeon. And that's just been consistent
Usually the
so
last
far.
one.
One of them in one of the zones. This time it's that coral one that we did in affected dialogue, but Andrew hasn't done. I shall begin at once. You may wish to step back.
And if I don't.
Answer. You're gonna be that guy from Chernobyl who realized that he was dead just because he had seen something. The simple fact that he
It's
laid
not the
eyes on it
Tuma.
meant that his life was forfeit.
No, you're right, Purple. Is many Tuma.
It turns out this entire mechanism is just to brew coffee.
It's the coffee machine from Gremlins.
Wow, they should really upgrade to a K-Cup then. This is a lot of work.
Back in my day, we had to awaken the gods to have a cup of joe.
I mean, hey, it takes a lot of energy to fabricate matter.
You're like summoning a god just to brew you some coffee.
I mean, technically
Your coworkers
speaking,
walks in while you're doing it and just gets turned into like whatever the brain slave thing is of that coffee god now.
hey,
Now
technically
everyone in the
speaking,
office is summoning.
if you gather enough crystals and you believe really hard, that could happen.
What would he look like?
We
A
got
regular
cafe.
dude in a barista outfit? I don't know.
No, in Starbucks.
No.
outfit.
I want-
To the burn
Yeah, I
once
want it to be
more.
like a Starbucks person, but I want him to be like a paladin. Like he has a shield that is just a giant coffee bean. And he's got like a sword that looks like a I don't know. I don't know what the
Breadstick.
sword would be.
A breadstick.
Yeah.
No. You know what? He can have a sword that looks like one of those like circular snacks you put inside of the coffee.
Oh,
and spin
no.
it, melt it.
Yeah. Like a milk frother or something like that. One of the magic.
Yeah, you can
ones
have a
they
bunch of
use.
movesets that are all around like making brewing coffee. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
And instead of
canon
teabagging,
now.
he just decorates you. Does fancy artwork.
Go for it, Keith.
It's fully voiced. You just talked over it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
we're
why
all
we
out of the
talked
cutscene
over it,
already.
'cause it was voiced.
I'm sorry. I thought I had it auto playing.
You were very excited about the idea of a deadly barista god.
It's really interesting. I like the idea that you summon gods from mundane tasks. That sounds like a really funny waste of Aether. Could you imagine the planet just being like completely destroyed
The
because people
planet
are
is
like
a
summoning
husk. It
gods?
looks like the Beetlejuice desert because somebody wanted their coffee.
Yeah, because like everyone's just doing mundane shit with these gods for some
I
reason,
think
but the
that's
gods
the-
also convince
I think
you
that's
to
the plot
follow
of
them.
Captain Planet. Rawr, I'm just evil and hate nature. I'm Sludge Man. I have a vampire nose.
I like the smell of
I
tar.
hope-
All right, Ian.
I feel like if you did that in a modern time, I hope there's like a guy who just keeps pressing like copy on the copier and it's just spitting out paper. It's just like a copy of his ass. or
Everyone's
something.
just
He's
trying
like,
to kill the planet in like a Professor Chaos kind of way.
Yeah. I do not pretend to understand what you did, Y'shtola, but you did it. Thanks to you, and Hero, of course, we have taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave.
Agreed. The others may already have returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand.
As would I. Without further ado, then,
Don't stare at me like that.
There is a dancing cat, and he's wearing explorer clothes. I'm Nigel Thornberry in hot pants. Oh, in Kiankan.
Yes.
Yep.
God, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Doman Enclave.
Oh, I'd say that, but I don't think I actually have a.
Meow.
You know, words fail me.
How you doing? Holding in there?
Okay, into the
Someday.
Keton. Or
I'm just gonna bite the
Kinkan.
bullet and fly there.
Kinkan?
It's easier than thinking.
Did you not attune to the Doman Enclave?
Yes, I did, but I accepted the teleport thinking you'd gone to the Dome and Enclave, but it wasn't you.
Oh no.
I just autopilot to wherever the objective says, and the objective says to go to Kiankan.
Yes.
I'm inside waiting for the rest of you, so.
Boom. Now the teleport did. I bring Christmas to the Doman Enclave.
And figgy pudding.
No. No figgy pudding.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds awful.
What? Why would you bring it if you don't know what it is? You're just bringing poison into the house. What's wrong with you?
Judging by your triumphant expressions, I take it all went well on the Azam Step. Indeed, we have secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. Tataru and I have commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure that the field generators function as they should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out for the burn at a moment's notice. We need only say the word.
I thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the agreement you may leave to me. Which just leaves the small matter of our alliance. So, Yugiri and Hakuro, how fared you with our neighbors?
My lord, all of the factions we approached are in agreement that the Empire poses a threat, and many responded positively to talk of an alliance. From Hingashi to Soino Sato, however, we received outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict.
Just as we expected, then. Well, there is not that to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that we were amenable to alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I have attended to that, I believe we will have done everything we can to fortify Doma's defenses, for the time being at least. All of which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamigo with a lighter heart. Yugiri, Hakuro, if you would be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence.
No.
Yeah,
My friends, we could...
Sorry.
My friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For what? I give you my heartfelt thanks. Till the meeting's end.
I took the liberty of asking Thancred to attend as well. He should have arrived at the Alamigan Quarter by now. Then let us not keep him waiting, shall we?
Yeah,
By the way,
as
that's
soon as
figgy
Hien
pudding?
leaves Yeah, as soon as Hien leaves it,
And,
just throwing a house party. It looks awful. It really does.
And you can get them in a can. You can get figgy pudding in a can from Spam. It's great.
That sounds doubly bad.
I don't like it.
Meeting quarter, gotta teleport all the way back to Kiribanya.
You're a bun, you're a comrade.
Inside looked like it's got squashed bugs in it.
Wow.
I'm learning that pudding just looks gross.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
What are we talking about?
I was raised on the idea of like
Oh.
pudding cups that just seem appealing and nice. But every type of actual like restaurant quality pudding type thing is always like a weird gross looking thing that stands on its own. And it's like bread pudding and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to touch that. It looks really just, ugh. Got like that,
Wow.
that like wet bread, like gross feeling. Makes me barfy.
Just going full out with the hot takes today.
I'm going ham on pudding.
Oh no.
Damn, dude, pudding. Ain't
I'm
gonna
putting my
survive.
foot down.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Not
So,
food pudding.
sorry, pudding.
Where are you, Andrew?
I'm here, right here, running around right here. I'm going up the stairs. I'm going down the stairs.
All right, doing the cutscene
I'm
without
right
you.
here. Okay.
Wait.
Estola has told me all, and I duly told Orianja and Creel. Creel in particular was
Fucking
concerned with
blabbermouth.
Alphinaud, but I assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue her own tasks for the time being on the condition that I contact her the moment there is any development. Because we didn't want to have that many fucking characters in one scene, so at least 4 of us to attend the council. Arenveld is here to assist the security. Incidentally, though, the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. Another one missing Alphinaud, I expect. But it's almost time. As soon as you are ready, present yourself to the guardsmen in the palace entrance. I shan't be far behind. Present yourself, you say? Hi. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Welcome to Alamigo. The Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? Several cutscenes
Sure,
are
why
playing in
not?
sequence.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
Yep.
Here we go. This is gonna take the rest of our time, I think.
It's never that long.
No. It's
Mistress
exaggerated.
Lys,
Oh, wow, that is a lot
Commander
of people.
Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
And we for our part are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Dorma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together. In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphinaud. Would that the lad could be with us.
I don't know what Ruban sounds like now. Sounds like Sean
I too owe my presence here to Alphinaud, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the east.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlean Empire, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You have an idea?
Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
Whispering, I guess.
At the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial house into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
That way. Sorrow.
The drugs just hit.
History must be changed.
This edible ain't shit.
Right? Oh shit, maybe I should have taken 2 of them. I underestimated.
Who is this?
Ahead looms a calamity.
Knock, knock.
Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
Haven't we heard
What's
this
the
place
matter?
before?
I don't think so.
There's a voice.
Spies in our midst.
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Did only the 4 of us hear that?
Is it over?
Yeah.
I think so.
Or only people with white hair can
Master
hear that
Thancred!
vision.
It's only the people with the echo, more like.
Which is the white
He
hair.
died.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that the same
12
thing?
for Fend. Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
Thancred's gonna die.
Ah,
Master Thancred remains in
He's the only one
slumber.
with white hair
Though
that
his
has a
vital signs
penis,
appear stable,
clearly.
he's unresponsive.
What about Keith?
I was gonna say, my character presumably has a penis.
oh right, yeah.
What could have
You
done
also
this?
don't have white hair.
And why just
I
him
do.
and not the others?
Yeah, he does.
That was the
I thought you
joke.
have blue hair.
Nope, the joke was that I have white hair. He has
No,
he has blue fur.
Right, gotcha.
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Sure, I'll send a bird. Got other patients, ma'am.
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alizé and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Are you a doctor?
Called.
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul.
He's been soul-napped.
That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of Aether, a consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian Eorzea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Like some
Forgive
kind
us,
of
Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
Shadowbringer.
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
I feel like Lys would be that kind of character archetype that appears to be really competent and confident on the outside, but is actually really incompetent and like causing blunders all the time behind the scenes.
Well, Lisa's fully admitted that she has no idea what she's doing.
I was gonna say that
I
was
mean,
that was like the core of her character arc of her taking leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like I don't mean I mean like literally in a klutzy way. Like she would drop food while she's preparing it or something. Like that kind of level. Like she's just genuinely
like
incapable of being
just a generally clumsy person.
Yeah, just
person?
Yeah, just like a
Percy
just
Jackson,
super.
the lightning thief.
I mean, hey, he did drop that shield.
But When she says, and she's like, I'm gonna take care of Thancred, my first thought was like, yeah, he's gonna like die now. I imagine she's gonna like mess up all the time. She'll be like trying to like, I don't know, change the bandage on his head and drown him in water or something. Just like sheer incompetence.
I meant to put painkillers into his UV supply, but there was only air in the syringe. Whoopsie.
Oh no. So just as a real quick refresher, it was pointed out to me, Thancred, Y'shtola, and Alizé don't have the Echo. The only people from the Scions is Minfilia, who's now dead, Prial, who we have no idea where she is, and the player character are the only ones
She's
with
on
the
a
Echo.
mission.
So
I don't remember what the Echo is.
The Echo is the power.
Voices from Heidelin.
We're immune to the effects of the primals. We're immune to certain other things. The powers,
it's a very
like
long distance phone call.
Yeah.
None of our other companions are immune to primals.
No.
No.
Why do you think they always run every time one shows up?
I feel like they've been in the same room as primals before, like when we fought that one that got summoned in the palace or whatever.
Yeah, so
yeah, but we blocked
they had to go dig a prisoner out.
What do we have, a Lucio aura?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so when they invaded when the snake people were summoning the god, we were able to just like prevent the like
we literally just
manipulation
effect all of the orbs.
Yeah.
We just
at
took
the
all of
time, I really
manipulation
thought
orbs.
that mind control happened immediately and permanently, but then
It is permanent.
Then it didn't. Then it just didn't happen in that scene.
As far as they've said in the story so far, it is permanent. I don't know if that's the case at this point, considering all the information we've now gathered, but
If you think back, I think each primal has a different method of brainwashing because they say Leviathan drowns her victims.
You're right. I didn't think that.
Is that lore?
What the fuck? Like, you just show up from getting groceries or whatever, and your club summoned a primal, and you're like, what the fuck's that? And then just grabs you and puts you underwater. You're like,
And thinking about it,
what a weird.
Now that I think about it, the ARR, the Ixal, or not the Ixal, the Amalja, you throw ashes upon people who are influenced by Ifrit's thing to subdue them.
Mm-hmm.
Purple knows what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure Keith knows too.
What about Garuda? Does she just blow heavy wind at you? You just fall.
Garuda
and
sandstorm.
Like, oh, fuck.
I don't.
Oh yeah, it's a rave.
I
Everybody's like,
suspect
"Whoa,
it
what's
has
going
something to
on?"
do with the feathers that Garuda summons.
Maybe.
It just stabs people with them. It just goes like
Possibly.
directly into them. Like,
It's
"Ow."
like acupuncture.
Oh, here we go. It's fine to be in the same room as a primal, but you're not immune, or they're not immune to it if the primal chooses to try to convert them. So, like, that's
What?
why we were able to communicate directly with Ramu, for example, during ARR. We talked directly to him. He didn't try to attack or convert anybody.
True. There you go then.
That means like a lot of the primals are just unnecessarily aggressive. Like they show up and someone's like, I like you, and they're like, fuck all of you. It's like, oh, okay, well, thanks for coming to Eorzea. It's a fun place, I know.
Again,
like
Ramu did none of that.
No, he didn't. He just showed up. He's like, what do you fucking want?
I'm
We're
an
like,
old man.
We want you to go away. And he's like, I fucking won't. It's like, okay.
Was King Mugglemog a primal too?
He asked for us to prove ourselves.
Moogly Mogly
That's
was he
basically
a
saying,
primal?
fuck off, make me. Like,
Yeah. Like, you also have to remember, the primals that are summoned, from what we know so far,
Are
they're
a
based on the
splinter of
people
the
who
real
summon
thing.
them. Yeah,
They're also a
they also
splinter
are.
of- yeah.
Yeah, they're based on whoever summons them and whatever information they have about them. So, the Ice Lady, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
I don't think
The
they're even
entire
a,
inference
I don't
was
think they're
was
even a
based
splinter
on-
of them. They're just like a parasocial conjuring of
imitation.
them.
Huh.
They're just
Okay.
imaginary friends
Wait,
with
just brought up
superpowers.
something really interesting.
What?
Which is King Moogle actually a primal summoned by the other Mogs. He's a past dead king.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
It's based
But,
on
like-
whatever information is available on from whoever summoned it.
wait, so it's based on the own person's interpretation of what the god looked like?
Yeah, they're imaginary.
That's hilarious. That means it could be like an ultra buff or an ultra sexy version of gods because the person is like, it's like
100%. Yeah,
like that's what we're saying. Like
that's why we were talking about the Starbucks guy. It literally could just be a guy in a Starbucks outfit. If there's enough crystals and you believe hard enough, magic happens.
It's like that fucking.
Well, yeah, but I'm just imagining.
It's like that fucking.
Someone's like.
It's like the furry sleep paralysis comic.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
It's like they just want to imagine. It's like, what a creepy thing you are. That's better. I just posted it.
Jeez. Okay, I was not thinking that's what you meant.
No. Or you're just like, so this is my mind doing this. Can I imagine something hotter?
Yeah. That's
just every like god is just like that person's fantasy, and that's what they're like. Why is she like that? Oh, you were into some shit.
Yeah, I like that. That's
kind what happens when the primal gets summoned by a feet person.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But yeah, the
says a lot about Leviathan. Then, like, damn, that's a lack of imagination right there. That's the best you could come up with.
Well, they were saying this is very horny. What did you expect?
But regardless of the reason,
you don't know what fish people are into.
Yeah.
The only reason primals are dangerous is because they suck the ambient aether from the land.
They're an imaginary friend that kills the world a bit every time one is made.
Damn.
Depending on how they look when they're summoned, they may do more than that.
And part of the power is that the people doing it think that it is the deity because they believe in it and all that.
Yeah.
Although that's only sometimes true because the rules change every single instance whenever they feel like it. Because sure as fuck wasn't what happened with the primal we fought from when what's her name turned into one. That didn't follow any of the previous rules.
So it sort of did. The reason why it didn't follow the traditional rules is because of the fact that it was based on the object.
They got rid of all the parts where it's a deity that somebody believes in. It was just somebody angry.
There were two things. There was
very
the object
emotional.
and her emotion. Yeah. So anger plus moon pendant equals summon somehow.
Yeah, I'm just saying it undoes the entire thing where up till now it was exclusively this big religious devotion thing. And out of nowhere it's like, she's just really angry today. Here's a pendant.
It still technically is. That's the thing. The whole idea of objects being infused with power, with life over long periods of time is a thing in Japanese culture and Japanese mythology.
Wait, so now the objects have imagination? What did they have?
What do you think?
I'm saying that it doesn't follow it because the whole theme was supposed to be about belief, and she didn't
supposed to be like
care
people worshiping a god.
She had no beliefs about the things she was summoning.
Right, but these are
rage.
These are, to the Kojin, these are sacred objects. They are considered to be vessels for the kami. Like Susanoo, for example, the sword.
But she's the one that summoned it.
Yes, she's the one that summoned it. She summoned a primal without having any idea what it looked like, any idea what its beliefs are, or like what its
Even the person who manufactured the summon didn't believe in that deity at all. The brother, neither of them gave a shit about that actual deity. So it completely flies in the face of the rules of the thing in a way that makes it really not interesting thematically.
Because she said she was going to give herself over to it and didn't give a crap anymore. Right at the end, it's just like, I'm so angry, I don't give a fuck, possess me, do whatever you want.
Yeah, but that's just not religious devotion.
But again, she was from Doma, so she would potentially have knowledge of the deity associated with this object.
Yeah, but it's just not, there's no hint of devotion in the entire narrative. It's just, she's just like, fuck it, I'm pissed.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's all it took.
It really lowers the bar for everyone summoning a deity.
My idea that people summon it for stupid tasks is like more believable now. I don't like that.
It is.
Like narratively,
all it takes...
narratively, that was the best summon so far because of what they did with her character in the moment. But in the rules of how the actual deities work, it makes like almost no sense to the point where they could have come up with something else about some kind of bestial rage transformation instead of following whatever the fuck happened here.
There is one other small thing that you're missing out of the equation, which is a shit ton of Aether crystals. You're usually not going to have that as just hanging around so anyone can just summon a primal at any point.
And there's another thing that was just pointed out, that Gilgamesh did accidentally turn his chicken into a primal by mistake. So
yeah, I think these events cheapen the narrative.
Maybe a little bit.
saying stuff like, we got a special pendant, or we had a lot of rocks, and that being the explanation for the summoning makes way less sense than it's the collective belief of this oppressed people.
It takes a lot of Aether and very strong emotion. Like a very large amount.
So by the context of this now, you can just buy a god, I guess. Like if you have paid enough money, you can buy one of these objects from the Kojin, and then just get like really upset when you look at how much money you spend. And now you're a god.
Kojin would be willing to sell it.
But I'm saying the point here is that now god summoning is just cheapened to like a one-time use item you get. You like go to the store and you buy your little god summon kit, and then you go home, you get a bunch of crystals together, and then you get real angry, and then now you're a god. Like that seems really
Can I just
a
put
lot
something out there? Which is you've just described exactly what Asahi was told to do. He was literally told to go and do exactly that, and he did with some money.
But I'm saying, like, that seems less, like, I get it. It's a lot less interesting than a group of desperate people doing, like, praying to a god in hopes that they don't die. And their sacrifice is just a lot of Aether. And it's like, well, you've
you just described
terrible problem.
Described the Phoenix. Right there. You described the Phoenix to a T. The entire reason that the Phoenix was summoned during the Calamity.
Right.
Which was explained during the Binding Coils.
Did it ever occur to everyone that maybe it's based on the deity being summoned? Maybe some of them are just very simple, emotional beings. They're just like, you angry? I'm coming. And others are more like, yeah, we're summoning because of desperation and belief.
That would make a lot of sense.
Well,
that makes it very thematically muddy and confusing for the story.
Yes,
it does.
It's supposed to mean more than just like, what's your special rule missing? No, what do you need to evolve? A sunstone? Cool. This is
that's what it feels
it all just
like,
becomes
though.
mechanics and not narrative. That sucks.
I suspect there's probably more that we don't know.
I mean, at this point, the more
we're
they
so
add,
far in the
less
narrative
better
to
it
not
gets.
understand this at this point.
We still have 2 expansions.
It's just the basic rules of how the story works.
How is this going to change so dramatically from just like people summon God when they're scared to what? Are they going to be doing like 5D chess when they do it? Like
going by main game and then post game each
not.
time. We're like in the 6th major arc. We should know the rule of how the basic summoning thing is. That is what drives the narrative by now.
Actually, primals are all the ancient people. They just became gods when they met us, a bunch of dumb monkeys on the ground, and then they taught us, and we were like, those are gods, and now that's it. We just keep summoning the ancient people. Whoa.
In particular, the reveal that the gods aren't real and that the summons are just like manufactured visions of them only really resonates with the idea of it being from this big devotion-based thing. And that's not an interesting twist at all when it's just like, yeah, I just learned a magic trick where I turn into Exodia sometimes. Like that's not an interesting twist for that version of the story, where it's just like a device just does it or something. Like it's messy.
I put on my Aether hat, and now I am a god.
Oh no.
How do you still have your fucking leaf next to your name? You were way past needing a leaf. What is this?
Who, me?
Keith, yeah.
Purple has one too.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but Purple has started less than you. You've literally been playing this game for like almost a year now. 2 years?
It's because we've never, ever caught up with the story.
No. You've well past the need for...
The little sprout goes away when you catch up with the story, and we've never done that before.
Yeah. How do
Wait,
I get
really?
Normally when you catch up with the story, it goes away. It's like you finished the main story quest, but they keep adding it faster than we can catch up.
Yeah, it's one of 2 things that happens. Either A, you reach the newest expansion, or B, you play for X amount of hours, which I think is like some stupidly large amount, like 240 hours or something. I don't know.
Guess I'm not there yet.
Guess not.
What just...
Anyway. I just tried to call Urianger on his link pearl. He didn't respond, so we've been spared a very slow-paced explanation of something. But I dare to hope that he possesses some knowledge we do not. No! Don't make us teleport to Urianger. Ah! Urianger! Something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. That was Urianger. He heard the voice too. In Thanalan? As we spoke... As we alone were afflicted in the meeting, I had my suspicions, but if the voice also spoke to Urianger, there can be little doubt. The Scions were targeted specifically. By whom and to what end is the question, one to which we must find an answer with all possible haste.
Give me that angry face.
Get me that angry face!
Right.
Slash
look at it.
Endure.
That
Endure is
the end of
not...
that block
It's
of
never...
quests,
It's...
I believe.
Oh.
Why is it never slash the thing they said? Oh, it is. I just had to finish the thing.
It is, yeah.
I look like...
By the way...
I look like the face on an Oni mask when I do it.
Quick update.
Your teeth stick out so dumbly. It's great.
It's a certain amount of playtime and reaching the current expansion.
Yeah,
expansion.
Keith, go
which
ahead
we never
and...
will.
Wait, can't you just do /NA status?
Yeah, I've chosen not to every time you've brought this up.
Oh.
NA status?
Urianger agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any of the others heard the voice, we'll find out soon enough. Yeah, there's supposedly a text text command you can do to just get rid of it whenever you want to, and I just don't do it. Good luck! I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seedseer, but if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you must let me know, alright?
Okay, bye.
Right. Let's be on our way.
Okay.
I depend on the the kindness of strangers.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just to my benefit that everyone thinks I'm an idiot. Let's go. Thank you for the teleport game.
Appreciate it.
I feel like you'd be in areas that you wouldn't be in if you were new.
Urianger! God, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
There.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed. I shall make it my task to... The voice. It calleth to me once more.
I hear it too.
Only you. Only you.
No! Ishtola! Eorzea!
Throw wide the gates.
Cryptic metaphor.
Cryptic metaphor.
No! No, this
How many
can't
times
be
are you gonna repeat the
happening!
same sentence?
Y'shtola! Eorzea! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
A weird place to take a nap.
Alphinaud's having a very confusing day somewhere else.
Right?
Right? He's like, ah!
Meanwhile,
Like, he's dealing with his own shit right now, and now this is happening.
and we didn't even get a postcard.
Would be kind of scary.
I think I'm putting 2 and 2 together.
Oh, yeah?
Well, the next expansion is called Shadowbringers, and we've already established a Warrior of Darkness guy that comes from an alternate world that's being eaten by Shadow, and now they're saying throw open the gates via, like, our mind, as if our mind is, like, a portal to another world.
Yep.
Alice? Forgive me. That was an unseemly display. The boulder horror.
Oh, yeah. Who's this
Ori
guy?
Boulder.
I never remember.
Okay. Would anybody like to be him? No?
He shows up like every 3 months, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just a throwaway. Anyone can do it. Effie, you haven't done any dialogues there, have you?
Yeah, I haven't done any yet today.
Yeah.
It happened before your very eyes, my lady. None here would have behaved any differently. We have borne the 2 of them to a private chamber.
Together?
But tell me,
Yes.
is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a state like an Alamigo, or a like state, rather?
Goodness.
I'm afraid so. Though given the circumstances, it would be best to observe them together. I will send word to Lise that he should be brought here. If she's still awake.
Take heart.
Yes.
Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades, and how it may be cured. Thus we will rouse them, no matter what.
That we will, Hori. That we will. But first things first. Our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. My armor has abs for some reason.
I was just about to say that.
I'd promised I'd visit someone in Limsalominsa. He's been waiting at Maelstrom Command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you.
Kind of weird. You're inviting me to come see your boyfriend? I don't know about that.
The reason his armor has abs is it's actually just plastic and they just vacuum formed it onto him. I guess we're gonna emerge from command then.
Didn't they do that at some point as an intimidation tactic?
What?
Like actually forged more menacing looking body shapes, quote unquote, into armor?
Sometimes.
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
look,
got nipples on the batsuit.
There's a whole absurd history of like menacing cod pieces in armor. It's
Yes.
very funny.
Yeah. Definitely.
I've got a war boner. I'm like, why did you make that?
So I can skull fuck you. Obviously.
Like, I guess it's just to be distracting, because it is distracting. Like, what? You're like, what the fuck?
Is it?
Why is that there?
Yes.
It's like putting it's like wearing a bright red hat for a sniper. You're like, well, this is going to be an obvious place to attack, I guess. Thanks for that.
I don't think. Well, it's not in it. Unless he really does have a war
no,
boner.
but that's. I mean,
We're going to the aft castle.
Yep.
I don't know what these people are doing.
And there's only like 3.
You're going the wrong way, Andrew.
Whole area.
You're going the wrong way.
After Castle covers pretty much 50% of this part of the map.
Is this
It's
the person?
the aft castle waypoint.
Yeah.
Random
Okay.
storm private.
Interesting. Random storm private lady. All right. Sure.
As you've
Oh,
probably
Roman.
guessed, it's Gabu we've come to see. The private here will bring him to us. Ever since the
Oh.
Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can. And after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain.
Kind of like the entire plot.
Go get him.
Oh, boo. Why? I feel like that name should be familiar, but I. Oh, right.
Here he is, my lady.
Oh, it's voiced. That's surprising.
Gabu, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
How did you get him to come out here?
Dragon by the
You're
ear.
still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphinaud and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now. I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You still have me.
Yeah, see, I wasn't going to say that. I didn't want to volunteer myself.
And for that, I am grateful. I don't know what I would do without you.
And that was the moment that we became the target for Alice's affection.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
We do.
Oh shit. He just looked at her.
Does Gabu ever shower? Isn't he growing?
Are you volunteering to shower?
Are they making new armor for him? Like, how does he still fit in the armor if he's a growing child? Why do the children have armor?
Also, why
Very
are you
dangerous
using him as a
world.
therapist?
Yeah, but what Gabu needs is therapy. Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thanks for agreeing to come to me. It meant a lot to me.
Okay.
Costume swap or in a Cap City.
Oi.
I've been dressed that way for a while.
Well, we're here. Where are we going now?
Teleport
Revenant's
offered to
Toll?
Revenant's Toll. It's the
Okay.
baby. One day Gabu will evolve to Gabumon.
Oh no. Is that before or after you stick a freaking sunstone on him?
It'd be a Moonstone, because it's a wolf Pokemon, or wolf Digimon.
Yes, true.
He becomes the Were-Garurumon.
And then Metal Garurumon.
I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Hori is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily we'd turn to our own experts on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I will begin by reaching out to the myriad guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Menphilia had a wealth of connections between them, and I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days, some of it for the good, but some not so. But all around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search for Alphinaud, to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire, they march on in the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone is playing their part, and so must I. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most, so I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit from time to time, and I'll promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. That's a patch ender if I've ever heard one. Here is the status quo. I will see you later. Later is now. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. I'm the bad guy. Look at my bad guy room.
That looks really nice.
This is a lovely room.
Looks really stupid.
No, I mean like with the light filtering and everything.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. You will speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave. Father.
All that hair looks like it's gotta get caught in their armor constantly.
Oh yeah.
Maybe already just to keep the armor on.
Turn your head too quickly in any direction. It's like, ow, 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 ow.
I should be the one to sigh.
That
whose lips
made my
statement
part to perfection.
implies
I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree? What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery. Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms. You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it. Oh dear, have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know.
Dude, there's like two regular
The
guards here.
founding
Are you gonna kill
father
him?
was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
Fascism.
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alec.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you, pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
Loud feet. Meanwhile, at a resistance encampment somewhere in the Empire.
I got a question.
No.
Why do these people have reset buttons on their forehead?
The Garleans
So
all
they can
have
respawn
that.
like that.
It's according to what I remember, it's known as the third eye. It's essentially, it's speculated that it gives them better spatial awareness in lieu of their ability to manipulate Aether, which they can't do.
Oh, there's no voice acting here?
Guess not.
Weird. Also, Alphinaud's here. Yeah, it's a factory reset. You stick a paper clip in there. That's how we respawn.
A little bit bigger than a paperclip.
A little bit bigger.
Wait until you hit their brain. Hold
Push
it
until you
a
hear click.
Oh, don't like that.
What in the world?
Well then.
Nap time.
Someone stole their eyes.
They need those to breathe. Dead. All dead. Yet I see no wounds, nor any evidence of battle.
Who wants to be this guy?
Whoever was last time, right?
Yeah.
Who was this guy last time?
It was either you or Effie, and I can't remember which.
Oh, okay.
I think it was decided that it was Andrew because he does good gruff voices.
Yeah. His voice would definitely be very grating him.
Damn them. They finally used it.
The Soul Sucker.
Just like some kind of comically silly name, like Suckaluckus finally has been used. You're like,
They have provided succor.
Oh, stop it. Not that word again, please.
The Empire developed a chemical weapon in Eorzea, a gas, Black Rose it was called, and to breathe it is to breathe your last.
I'm sorry,
So
you're gonna
they
have to say all of that again because I'm just too distracted by the flappiness of the physics
they-
right now. It's just wigging out so bad.
They just like invented sulfur and are proud of it somehow.
No, it wouldn't
I
be
mean,
sulfur.
More
Why
like
not?
mustard gas or
Because
something.
sulfur doesn't kill you.
Yeah, it's just a vape.
And that did this?
I thought it does if you're.
No, you're thinking of hydrogen sulfide.
Hold it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. There you go.
Yeah, hydrogen sulfide.
Sulfur just
is
smells like
really
rotten eggs.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
It's on you.
I thought the project abandoned and its vile fruit destroyed, but naught else could have wrought such an atrocity.
I was not expecting this synth music.
This is different for this game.
Fools. What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see that a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters. The Ascians. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord.
So they have terrible voice quality. Such a crime does indeed bear the mark of the bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Ascians and put an end to their plot.
Wow, how come no one ever thought of that before?
Have we met Elidibus before? I don't remember the Ascians very well because they don't come up much, despite being the villains. Lahabrea was the villain of the main campaign, I think.
That's the one I remember most.
And then, who's Elidibus? I think they said that Elidibus is now in the body of the Golf Nazi. I think that's who they're indicating, but I don't remember if we've already beat him before or not.
Yeah,
I think Elidibus was the white one, apparently. What was the difference between the black ones and the white ones again? Were they? I thought they were like.
I think the white ones are like
Ascians.
I don't know.
Good.
Let me hang on a second.
And have we met Have you met Grandpa before? Mr. Whitehair? Mr. Little Bit Whitehair? Smug Get Shot Man?
Oh, the grandfather. Who knows?
I don't know how many Ascians are in play.
Many, apparently.
Hopefully not too many, because they don't come up that often, and they keep changing appearances, so it's only getting harder to keep track of them.
And apparently they can also just body double at a drop of a hat.
It would have helped if they all had appearances instead of just being people in robes and masks, because that makes them very hard to remember.
Yeah, he called himself an emissary.
No, I think he called Elidibus an emissary.
Yeah, Elidibus called himself an emissary.
Yeah.
Yes,
he asked if, quote, the laws of men had twisted to permitting one to bear arms against an emissary.
Yes, the one with white hair said he was the current ruler's grandfather.
Wait, is emissary like an Ascian thing? I thought the golf Nazi was the emissary. I thought he possessed an emissary, like a normal human title for an emissary.
Ascians are emissaries of the Void Ark, I think. If I remember that rightly.
Okay, so Mr. McShootface is a new character.
Yeah.
They revealed him like I was supposed to know who he was. Like, look at this dramatic reveal. Oh, what's his face? It's that guy! And I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Well, he said who he was. He said he was the founder of the Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they revealed his face like his face was a reveal. But it wasn't, because we'd never seen him before.
Because he looks like that one guy that we're friends with. Or that Garland is friends with.
Honestly, I could see Asahi in him, which is that smug, shit-eating grin.
Alright, let's talk to Alice.
Really.
A ball.
You're not wrong.
Is that a ball?
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjury. Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Eorzea and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Alphinaud's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Cryo.
Kryl! I did not think you well enough to travel. When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances. Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Kryl. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphinaud heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault. But I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphinaud is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone. A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh?
I will destroy him emotionally.
Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me. All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes? If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
You got a quest. Alright, gotta go out the front door. Yeah, because this zone doesn't have a teleport, does it?
What zone?
The one outside Idleshire?
Oh, the Hinterlands? Yeah, no.
I think we even like go exploring a bit and we find like a broken aetherite crystal.
Oh god, we gotta go all the way back to Juvania. Okay, off to Idleshire.
We're almost there.
Jeez, talk about bad weather out here.
I'm pollinating the entire region. My
Can
mount will
somebody
have
take the
many
monsoon
children
back,
everywhere
please?
I go.
Seriously, it's raining like crazy out here.
It's fine.
You went off the wrong
Normal
gate,
weather.
Andrew.
Morella
go the wrong
Theus
gate.
is here. Audience favorite Morella Theus.
Who?
It's just a character.
Okay, who?
They have a unicorn pet. It's just a player.
Oh.
None of your business. So nosy. Damn.
Imagine if someone's name was Nenya.
I have seen a Nunya. And their last name was in fact business.
Wow.
I don't know why you're acting surprised. It's an MMO, of course somebody's taking that name.
Wow.
I actually thought I was going to say, why are you acting surprised? It's a joke.
That guy
Oh,
has
I wasn't kidding.
That guy's using the jacket I want to wear, but my hair clips through it. No matter what hair
Have
I
you tried
pick.
having less hair?
Every hair I pick clips through it. It's infuriating. Oh yeah, Andrew's flying here, huh?
Yep.
I'd heard Master Matoya was something of a recluse, but this seems extreme. Still, I'll happily overlook her eccentricities if she agrees to help us. Hey Matoya, your daughters may be dead again. Best get on that. Save her with the power of Miyazaki.
There are precisely 28 people with that username.
Come to
Or character
disturb
name,
my
rather.
peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems. Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
There she goes.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
As you see, shit's fucked.
And Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she? Very well.
Yes, Professor.
She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
Blue. Lots of blue.
Right. let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could the ether have dissipated? If it had, oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphinaud left with, is one of them. I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Eorzea were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone on. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
There's a real tug of war between this post-game story arc and the setup for the next expansion story arc, and they're both kind of happening in parallel, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
The thinning Aether definitely feels like it's not this storyline, but the next one, like the big event. Whereas Alphinaud seems like a now problem.
Yeah, they're kind of adding in a lot of plot elements for so close to the end of the expansion.
Yeah, because I think all of the brain stuff and our friends falling ill and the thing Aether is all Shadowbringer stuff.
Yeah.
So that was the woman who named Y'shtola. I had the distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of my neck and having the nonsense shaken out of me. When Alphinaud is back, I'd like to visit again and ask her what tale she has of grandfather. I almost can't bear to hear of what Maxima has to tell us. But it can't be bad news, can it? Lise would have said. Unless... there's no point speculating. Lise said she's notified the guards of our coming, so we should head straight to the palace gates in the Alamigan quarter. I'll be praying for good news. Listen what you can about Alphinaud's plight, and leave the search for our friends' lost souls to me.
Okay, bye. Off to the Alamigan quarter.
I was thinking about the context of the defection. I'm like, oh right, that means they defected to our side, didn't they? Because they kind of set up Maxima as being the reasonable one.
Yeah.
So him not being there anymore is not a good sign, because the whole point was that he was supposed to be advocating for a peaceful relationship between our countries, and he's like, nope, I'm getting off this ship. I quit.
I don't think he got off the ship. I think he climbed out of the wreckage.
Yeah.
The ship was a metaphor. I'm not talking about a little ship.
Right. Oh, okay.
I mean, he was in a little ship, and he did literally climb out of the wreckage, so...
Well, yeah, but right now he's...
Greetings, Scions. The commander told me to expect you. Shall I show you in?
No, I'm talking to you because I'm just really, really friendly.
No, I'm here to encourage you to get a haircut.
He is so damn tall.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphinaud, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphinaud?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians. This shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphinaud, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphinaud still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphinaud asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I can't thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphinaud too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Beyond become instant. Throw wide the gates.
Open the borders.
No.
Tear down that wall.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
They just fall over.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer.
Actually,
we'll keep working on it.
sounds more entertaining.
But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Right, because Lise isn't a scion.
Nope.
So it doesn't affect her. Whatever this thing that's targeting you is based on whatever the actual designation of being a scion is, which is not the same thing as being a member of the scions.
Yeah.
And she was impersonating her sister, which was the scion.
Sure.
That's offense punishable by spanking.
Punishable by spanking.
Yep.
Look at this fuzzy cat. What is she wearing?
Hmm?
It doesn't look
it's
as
the
good
Kupo
on,
jacket.
not as good on me. It's too much.
Kupo jacket, and I think it's the woolen tights, I think?
They look like long
Woolen
johns.
cotton, or cotton chasubles, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the Kupo jacket, I know that.
Jacket's not bad looking.
I wish I hadn't talked about now so I could check.
So, Alphinaud is safe. For the present, at least. Now all we need to worry about is a full-scale Imperial invasion. No biggie. I'm actually glad Lise tasked us with visiting Lord Hien. Better to be dashing from place to place than sitting around stewing over things we can't change. To the Enclave.
Okay.
To the Batmobile.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I was right. Woolen tights. Okay, to the Doman Enclave, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, why can I not teleport there? I cannot find it on my list.
It's in Othard.
The clarifications always get so confusing.
At the top, you can also click the... Oh, you found it.
And it was like, it's the tattoo. All the Scions have a special tattoo. And then Carbuncle's like, the tattoo is a mark of being an Archon, not a Scion. And Archon's basically a PhD from the Studium. And I'm like...
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, when you complete your course at the Studium, you get, assuming you qualify, you get tattooed, which is what you see on Alice.
An ugly tattoo. It's so big, too.
Yeah.
Wait, but I didn't. That's my awesome tattoo.
Did you graduate from the Studium?
No, but I am a
I
summoner.
know they mentioned the Studium a minute ago with Alphinaud, but I'm like, I feel like I don't remember the Studium ever being mentioned in this narrative. So the idea that that's what the tattoo always meant is confusing.
They mentioned it offhandedly a couple of times, but...
So then what's the designation that mean? Why is Lise not getting targeted then if it's not tattoo related?
I think it's specifically because of the fact that Lise was, at the time, impersonating a member of the Scions, and she left not too long after she was discovered.
But she just
to go to the resistance camp.
It's weird because she just was a member of the Scions the whole time, functionally.
Functionally, yes,
Like,
but I don't think
like,
anybody knew it was Lise.
So what causes the targeting to happen? I don't think it's based on. I don't think it's based on like their names or anything. Like it's just that person's a Scion.
It could be active members of the Scion because she's technically their resistance leader now.
But then there's an entire all the other Scions that aren't main characters are not affected. We were in the Scion HQ and no one was affected. That's why it's confusing.
Scions?
Like what is the list of people being targeted? Like I don't understand the rule. It's very strange.
I don't know. It could be people in proximity to us, maybe. But no, that wouldn't make sense because it was they affected.
We're surrounded by people not being affected. Yeah. None of the officials at that meeting were affected, and nobody at the Scion HQ is affected. Its main characters only except Lise. Somehow.
I wonder if it's prominent locations as well.
And it's not the Echo because only Kryl has the Echo, and we do.
Well, Minfilia's dead, but she had it as well.
Yes.
I'm guessing it's
that's why I didn't mention
who are
her.
important. Because Lise, important position, not particularly important to the actual plot.
I think I think it's a combination of two things: gatherings of Scions and prominent locations. Because Eorzea was affected at the Rising Stones, even when we weren't there. It's a known place for Scions to reside in. So it could be specifically people who have a very strong etheric signature, which Eorzea definitely has.
It could just be an oversight, but they have not ever established that Alphinaud is having them.
Well, he's not in a prominent location.
Yes, but it's
but that's a rule you made up.
Touching people, then it doesn't matter where they are because they already said that someone in Thanalane was getting hit at the same time as us. So distance doesn't seem to be a problem.
The other reason could be simply because of the fact that he's in or nearby the burn, because it's completely devoid of Aether. It's possible that nobody can reach him as a result.
It's reaching out and touching him, and he is Aether. I don't know. It's all speculation and hearsay.
Yeah.
I think we just haven't seen Alphinaud, but it would be helpful if they established whether or not he was having the visions in the flash we did get, because that would help us figure out what the rules are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we'll probably find out.
Dr. McBoringman.
Greetings, my friends. I was just discussing future endeavors with the members of our newly formed alliance. The Kojin and the Confederacy you already know. And it was your own strength of arms that won us the cooperation of the steppe tribes. We have also been joined by our neighbors from Naxia and the indomitable citizens of Damaska, though the scattered nature of the latter's resistance will somewhat delay their official induction. These peoples have united under a single purpose, to stand against the tyranny of the Garlean Empire.
I'm glad to see your alliance is coming together so swiftly. As things stand, I fear we shall soon have need of your strength.
Position.
More people are dead. I thank you for bringing me news of Alphinaud. His fate is never far from my thoughts, and not only because he is our emissary. As for the sudden development of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste.
Every report we received from our shinobi indicates a massing of troops in the western provinces. It seems all but certain that the Empire is poised to bring its fist down upon Eorzea.
And I would help deflect that blow, but I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. We will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall in the burn is in place.
The all-important Allagan energy barrier.
The energy barrier, yes. I thought to call it something more auspicious. A name drawn from the four lords of legends, perhaps. Sirius Aegis, or some such. Well, just a thought.
The Ironworks engineers report that they have finished calibrating the generators and are ready to proceed to the testing stage.
Have you time to attend the first tests? You've seen the field which protects Azizla firsthand, and I would be interested to hear how you think ours compares.
It does.
I will come too, if you don't mind. Though I am no Ishtola, I may be able to offer some insight.
Kind of prefer the source, but alright, I'll take the off-brand. Of course, time being of the essence, it would be best if we made directly for the burn. Yugiri, I leave you and Hakuro to bring the war council to a close. These people might as well run the fucking country at this point.
Understood. Your mounts are settled and ready, my lord. Wear the storm.
Commands are most of what he does.
Please.
I'm thinking we should probably stop here.
Yup. We're all dressed in black for the grave of the Scions, the Scion funeral. Everyone's passing out. You even brought your black parasol.
I don't have it yet.
No. If we're hold on. There we go. There's
I don't remember where those are. Fashion accessories.
How's that? Is that better?
Do I have a black outfit?
I always forget that these are here.
I don't think I do.
Maybe I should pull out this one.
Umbrella dance. Oh my god!
Like the
Oh my god! I've never seen this.
It's for singing.
They added it in. In I want to say 6.2 something. Yeah.
That's so
the only thing
good.
you're missing is the lamppost to spin round.
I can't. I've never seen that. That's incredible. I had a secret dance all along.